Good afternoon. Welcome to the forecast discussion for January 23rd, 2014. It's currently 1 p.m. Have some good news and bad news. The bad news, this Arctic air is going nowhere. The good news, I don't see any blizzards on the board, at least not right now, which means that we're going to be dealing with scattered snow showers on and off and a threat for a burst of snow here and there, but no widespread heavy snow events. Just very cold and continued windy. And that's basically what we have right now throughout the region, with temperatures in the single digits to upper teens over much of the New York City metropolitan area and the Philadelphia metropolitan area, basically in the mid to upper teens, lower 20s right along the coast. Wind chills throughout the region remain in the single digits to single digits below zero, with wind gusts anywhere from 15 to 22 miles per hour. So it is especially brutal out there with these cold temperatures. Again, this cold air is going nowhere, and when it does warm up, that's when it's going to snow. So, okay, it's winter. It's been a rough couple of days, and unfortunately, it's going to be a rough couple of weeks as we deal with the continuation of the polar vortex dropping south and our winter pattern locking in. Now, on the infrared satellite picture, or should I say the radar, we have some snow showers here associated with an approaching disturbance. Look for scattered snow showers to flurries tonight. Nothing significant in nature. This isn't a heavy snow threat in any way, shape, or form. But it could make some roadways a little bit slick this evening, especially during the rush hour. So use some caution if you run into any of these little weak snow showers as they move across the region. Otherwise, though, accumulation and dusting, maybe an inch at most. That is about it. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see that disturbance slowly moving through Pennsylvania and approaching the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with another shot of cold air. Temperatures tonight will fall through the teens into the single digits for lows. So unfortunately, it's going to remain very cold. The good news, again, no major storms, but plenty of disturbances and reinforcing shots of that Arctic air. Now, why don't we have any major winter storms on the board? Because there was a threat for Monday, but that's pretty much been, well, limited. And the reason why is because this right here is a piece of the polar vortex. It's a pretty impressive piece too. It's very well defined. Now what's going to happen is that this is going to dive south and really intensify. And what that does is it speeds up the flow throughout the northern portions of North America with the polar jet stream. So you really don't have any potential for any of these disturbances to really rapidly intensify. And the storm track is basically going to cut up through the Ohio River Valley and towards the St. Lawrence River Valley or the Hudson River Valley. And that really is going to limit the potential of any of these low pressure systems developing off of the mid-Atlantic coast because they won't be over the coastal waters. We're going to have to watch this and be mindful that, again, these disturbances are in poorly sampled regions, but the physics behind this makes sense. With the polar vortex dropping south and intensifying, it's going to lead to these low pressure systems having a quick turnaround, driving through the upper Midwest and then lifting up northeast, which basically translates to clippers. Fast moving Alberta clippers with scattered snow showers here and there. So again, Saturday is going to be pretty interesting with the potential of a snow squall moving through, but that's only going to last about 30 to 40 minutes. Could produce 1 to 3 inches of snow locally, but again, it's not a winter storm, it's just a heavy burst of snow. Think of it like a cold front in the summer with a line of thunderstorms. Essentially, it's the same scenario. As far as the weather pattern as a whole, you can see our upper level lows tending to the south of the Aleutians, pumping up our ridge and sending more Arctic air to the south. This is going to be a major player next week, because by the time we get towards the end of this month, as we head towards the start of February, we're going to start to see a split in the weather pattern. Basically, the polar jet stream will continue to do what it's doing, which is transport cold air to the south, but the subtropical jet stream is going to get a lot more active. And you're going to see a trough starting to develop right around California and the Four Corner states, and that's just going to shoot disturbance after disturbance right towards the northern mid-Atlantic, producing the potential for several winter storms. Things are going to get interesting here, that is for sure. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance from the Penn State Ewell website. We're using the GFS model guidance. So again, we're going to start with tonight with the threat for a few scattered snow showers and some flurries. Temperatures falling into the single digits. Tomorrow, again, a threat for scattered snow showers. Temperatures rebound, if you want to call it that, into the mid to upper teens. It's going to be brutally cold through Friday, which is tomorrow. So it's not going to be pretty at all throughout the day. For this weekend now, here comes our strong clipper, okay? Here's the Arctic cold front moving through. Very impressive cold front, plenty of lifting here. So that by the evening hours, it's going to move through and basically produce a line of snow showers that will be heavy at times. So it's definitely going to be a significant problem as it's moving through. Well, okay, not a significant problem. An issue when you're driving, because basically it's going to be a 30-minute wall of moderate snowfall, and then it's over. And that's how you get your 1 to 3 inches of snow, possibly with some of these snow showers. So it's a bit of a nuisance during the afternoon hours on Saturday. Sunday, now as far as temperatures on Saturday, I should mention this, of course. Temperatures will range from the lower to mid-teens for lows, lower to mid-30s for highs, and that's because the southwesterly winds out ahead of the Arctic cold front. Unfortunately, by the time we get to Sunday, again, more scattered snow showers. Temperatures don't move all that much. Mid to upper teens for lows, upper teens to lower 20s for highs. Now, notice what we have here. We have the polar vortex drop south. All of our Arctic air is in place. Here comes our clipper that could have produced a more significant snowfall for Monday. But you see how strong this upper level low is? It's basically going to force this disturbance to track towards the Hudson River Valley. And that pretty much leads us to just the threat for snow showers on Monday morning as this clipper moves to the north of the region. So it doesn't look like a major event at this time. This disturbance is going to be closely tied to the polar vortex. And so what you end up with are scattered snow showers on Monday with the low pressure system tracking to the north. We'll have a brief warm up with temperatures ranging in the upper teens to lower 20s for lows and lower to mid 30s for highs. That's the end of the warm-up, because after that, Arctic air just takes hold for Tuesday and for Wednesday with some very chilly weather conditions, and that continues on through Thursday. There'll be a threat for snow showers each day, but again, not anything heavy in nature. Basically, we're looking at lows in the single digits to lower teens for lows, mid-teens to lower 20s for highs. Very, very cold weather pattern in place. That is for sure. Now, just to kind of bring up the potential for a split flow here, as we look at the weekend for Super Bowl, what's basically happening is our polar vortex locks in, so the cold air is clearly in place, but a subtropical jet stream starts to develop a trough around the west, and that leads to a more enhanced storm track, more moisture being involved in the weather pattern. So that by the time we get towards Super Bowl Sunday, we have the potential for what's called isotropic lifting, which is basically warm air trying to surge over this Arctic air, producing the potential for a moderate to heavy snow threat sometime between February 1st and February 3rd. We'll have to watch it, see how everything evolves, but it's certainly looking very interesting for the Super Bowl weekend with the potential for snow and plenty of cold air. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.